Judge Sara Smolenksi.
I didn't know they kept old photos of you. That is cool. Wow. Very cool. Well, hello, everybody. This is so fun. This is so fun. Yes, I'm retired, but I heard they were having free chicken and spring rolls tonight. So, of course, I came back. Yes. Wonderful. This is really cool. Thank you for joining us tonight, both in person and we have a virtual. You know who you are, where you are, what you're doing. You at the desk, asleep. Wake up and put some clothes on. Seriously, the Kent County State of the County. This is cool. And Kent County is one of the coolest counties you'll ever have a chance to see, live in, work for, be part of. Kent County. No doubt. Thank you to our sponsors who made this evening possible. And there's a number of them, so let me run through because we have a lot of generous businesses that love and support Kent County and Kent County business. ASM Global, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Consumers Energy, Dickinson Wright, Experience Grand Rapids, Fifth Third Bank, Grand Rapids Chamber, ITC, Lake Michigan Credit Union, Mercantile Bank, Potomac Strategic Development, Public Affairs Associates, Progressive Companies, Seaforth PR, Storytelling Pictures, Truscott Rossman, Varnum, and Warner Norcross and Judd. Give it up to our sponsors for tonight. Please stand. Please stand. We want to tell you thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All the sponsors. And I mean it when I say I do appreciate our sponsors because I love that free chicken and spring rolls. It was delicious. So thank you for your sponsorship. You know, people ask me, how's retirement? How's it going? You know, I thought people would just forget who you are, what you did, where you come from. I was driving through Taco Bell the other day. I was driving through Taco Bell and the kid says, hey, aren't you the judge? And I said, it depends. Did you make my taco? Just funny. It's fun retirement. You'll get there someday. You'll get there someday, but I am telling you, my spouse Linda and I were in Las Vegas 2 weeks ago. I am not joking. We ran into a couple on the strip that said, hey, you're Judge Sara. And I said, thank God I had a beautiful outfit on. And, you know, no. He had a Fifth Third ballpark shirt on, the Riverbank run. So I knew they were from Grand Rapids. He goes, yeah, I was a landlord in your court once. I said, better a landlord than the defendant. How's probation going? No, I didn't say that. We are so happy to have everybody here, and we do have a schedule, so I had to cut out like half of my jokes. But to get to the business at hand, let's give a big round of applause for our Kent County Board of Commissioners, many of whom are with us tonight. Could you please stand, the commissioners, and let us tell you how much we appreciate you? Yes. Thank you for all the work you do and all the dedication that you give the community here in Grand Rapids. We do appreciate what you do. We're also thrilled to be joined by our 5 countywide elected officials. And I'll have you stand as well so we can give everybody a big round of applause at the end. I saw him earlier and said, hi, Kent County Prosecutor Chris Becker. Kent County Treasurer Pete McGregor. I saw Kent County Drain Commissioner Ken Yonker, and Ken said I was his very favorite retired judge. How's that probation going, Ken? Yeah, okay. All right. Kent County Sheriff Michelle LaJoy Young couldn't make it tonight because she had a big commitment out of state. I think she was in Vegas too, I'm not sure. She sends her well wishes and continued support for tonight's event, but we're very pleased, and I saw him and said hello. Under Sheriff Brian Muir is here with us tonight, representing the Sheriff's Office, along with several members of his team. So would you all please stand? Thank you so much. In addition, I'm certain that Kent County Clerk, Register of Deeds, Lisa Postumus Lyons would have been here. She had an event out of town that really did involve election-related responsibilities. So thank you to Lisa and all she does, but she couldn't make it and sends her great regards. There are many, many local, state, and national elected officials and staff that are here tonight. We can't name everybody because we only have the DeVos Place till midnight. So if you have joined us tonight, welcome. There are too many of you to actually list, but could all those dedicated elected officials and staff please stand and be recognized? We want to say hello to all of you. Yes? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. My favorite is my chief judge, Jeff O'Hara. He's here, and I got to sit with him for the little chicken wings, or not wings, chicken sticks. That was very fun in those spring rolls. Obviously, you can see I'm obsessed with them. Okay. Now, we do have a full program ahead. But I want to tell all of you that just stood, thank you for your service. Thank you for everything you do, the staffers that are here. I know you go to a lot of events for your representatives. Tell them how much we appreciate them, and we appreciate you, because they have great staff, so thank you so much. Now, the full program ahead is just about to get started. To set the stage for tonight, let me give you a brief preview of what's to come. You will shortly hear brief remarks, notice brief, from County Administrator Al Vanderberg, followed by the Board of Commissioners Chair Ben Greene. We also have 3 short videos that we're going to be featuring community members who have partnered with or benefited from the Kent County community, the work of Kent County. This is going to be delightful to watch, and it means a lot to so many of us. So we're going to kick things off with an inspiring note. Turn your attention to the screens for a powerful message from Jon Baxter, retired Navy storekeeper, 2nd class petty officer, and make sure you get a chance to see this. Go ahead.
I'm Jon Baxter. I'm a semi-retired businessman. I ran a consulting firm. I have a veteran of the U.S. Navy, a combat veteran of Vietnam, 1966 through 1969. The county is trying to reach the 60,000 or so veterans in Kent County to try to help them with some of the services that they might otherwise not be able to afford. I'm currently undergoing PTSD, clinical psychology therapy, and I've been doing that for about 6 months. That's through Arbor Circle. I'm 100% disabled, but the veteran services and through Arbor Circle, they help me understand anger, understand reactions to loud noises, understand why I still can't, after all these years, sit with my back to a door. And Arbor Circle and the therapist have helped me deal with that and understand that for the veterans she treats, there are I think about almost 90 of them that she works with, we're all the same. Those reactions are absolutely similar, and it has to do with being in combat. You asked if I would serve again or if I would do it again. I would do it again. Even with what's going on right now, I would still do it again. I met some unbelievable people. I never would have understood as much as I do without that experience. I think the value of Kent County services to all veterans is not as well known as it should be. I don't think I'd be where I am now if it weren't for the services that Vietnam Veterans Services offers. I've been able to learn of a number of different organizations and become quite close to a number of the veterans, whether they served in Vietnam or whether they served overseas in Iraq, doesn't really matter, or Afghanistan. But we all share a common bond. We don't have to talk about it because they already know.
Well, thanks go out to John Baxter. It takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of deep commitment to be able to stand up in front of a group like this and share your story. And John, you did a beautiful job and we appreciate you. We thank you for your services. We thank Kent County Veterans Services and everything they do to help our veterans. And that was a beautiful and touching story. So thank you. The impact you have on sharing your story with so many others, it means a lot. So thank you, John. We're moving into our next speaker here, and that is going to be someone that we all know, someone that we all appreciate. Al Vanderberg returned to Kent County in August of 2021 as the county administrator. He had previously served Kent County's deputy administrator before becoming Ottawa County's administrator. And we're like, what? You went to Ottawa County? Okay, but fortunately for us, he saw the light. He saw the light and he came back to where the best are, and that is Kent County. He brings more than 40 years of local government experience. Al has served on numerous state, local, and regional boards and committees. He's widely respected as a knowledgeable, steady, and dedicated leader, but we know him as our county administrator. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Al Vanderberg.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. As always, a huge thanks to Judge Sara for brightening our day and bringing a bit of levity to our evening. We certainly miss you on the bench, and we're grateful you've held space in your life and heart for Kent County. Judge, we appreciate you. And I think I should also mention that another major benefit for at least one couple in the room is that we're able to provide a date night out for Mayor David LeGrand and Melissa LeGrand, our own Kent County Commissioner. So, and of course, thanks to all of you for joining us this evening. It's an honor for Chair Greene and me to host you tonight. You're vital partners in our work on behalf of residents, businesses, nonprofits, and schools across Kent County. We look forward to sharing the impact of those partnerships with you tonight. And finally, thank you to Naval veteran Jon Baxter for sharing his story with us. Jon and his wife are here this evening. Would the two of you please stand? Jon was able to beautifully illustrate the extraordinary value of Kent County Veterans Services, both from the perspective of someone who ensures the integrity of those services and of someone who has counted on them to enhance their quality of life. Jon's story reminds us that behind every program and every investment, there are people. People whose lives are changed, whose futures are brighter, because of the work we do together as a county. We're building connections between individual stories like Jon's and the larger story of community resilience and growth. Tonight, I'll look at some of the investments we're making in resilience, growth, and transformation, from long-term planning to new facilities to partnerships that ensure Kent County continues to be one of the best places to live, work, and raise a family. We call this forward-looking approach Kent County 2050, our shared commitment with all of you to prepare for growth and change and not simply react to it. Last year, I shared how thousands of residents and more than 30 stakeholder groups helped shape this long-range vision for where we want to be in 2050. We called it the Headwater Framework, inspired by how the Grand River gains strength as it flows through our county. Over the past year, we've finalized the Headwater Framework and are now ready for action. This year, the focus is on implementation. We'll convene stakeholders and ask each to take responsibility for advancing a piece of the framework. Kent County 2050 is a community-owned vision, ensuring our county remains a place to live well, thrive together, cultivate community, and be resilient for generations to come. We have to do this together. We're applying that same perspective to our county facilities plan. As you have seen reported, we are exploring the relocation of our primary county offices from downtown Grand Rapids to our Fuller campus. Fuller is already home to the Health Department, Animal Shelter, Veteran Services, the Sheriff's Office, and other county functions. We're carefully evaluating which county offices should move there and how best to design a building that will meet our needs and those of our constituents for decades to come. This is a 50-year decision, so we are weighing every option carefully. The Board of Commissioners is continuing its due diligence, and we are developing a community engagement strategy so residents and stakeholders will have opportunities to share their input before construction occurs. This process is about planning wisely for the future, providing efficient and accessible services, and stewarding taxpayer resources in a way that will serve Kent County well for decades to come. We focused on the future as we think about the Office of the Medical Examiner as well. This is a mandated service that plays a vital role in our community by investigating sudden, unexpected, or suspicious deaths, issuing death certificates, and ensuring that families and law enforcement receive accurate, timely information in some of life's most difficult circumstances. Over the past 3 years, we've been working to secure a larger, state-of-the-art facility that can consolidate all medical examiner functions under one roof and meet the county's evolving needs. Staff will soon bring a recommendation to the board, and we look forward to celebrating a facility that will better serve Kent County for decades to come. And I should say that it's taken 3 years, and so I've had the question frequently, where is the medical examiner's office project? And I say, don't worry, it is not a dead issue. So, however, over the past year, the conversation increasingly focused on improving the continuum of medical examiner services. The board will vote on a new partnership with Michigan State University later this week. Under the agreement, MSU will provide Kent County with the services of our Chief Medical Examiner, Stephen Cole, at MSU's College of Human Medicine. I should say, so I have a couple dad jokes. And so my wife Leslie's in the third, fourth row back, my son Peter, his fiancee Anna, my daughter Anna, her boyfriend Andrew. They can't get away from me. So even when they come to the state of the county, they hear dad jokes. So sorry in advance. Sorry, yeah. All right, so this partnership, the medical examiner partnership with MSU, expands the classroom directly into the medical examiner's office, creating a unique training ground for the next generation of forensic pathologists in a field facing a national shortage of talent. By shortage, we mean there's about 440 pathologists that do autopsies for 340 million people in the United States. Looking ahead, this collaboration opens the door to even more transformation. the efficient co-location of functions, enhanced teaching opportunities, and the potential to expand services such as forensic anthropology on site. Together with MSU, the Kent County Medical Examiner's Office can become a statewide model meeting urgent workforce needs while providing exceptional service for residents and law enforcement. Although Dr. DeYoung, Dean of MSU's Osteopathic Medicine, could not be here this evening, I do want to take a moment to recognize Rosalind Bliss, former mayor of Grand Rapids and longtime community partner, who now serves as Assistant Dean and Chief External Relations Officer for MSU. Rosalind, if you're here. All right. Thank you. A priority from our Parks, Trails, and Natural Areas Master Plan is the Grand River Greenway, a unified trail system that connects communities along the river and expands access to one of Kent County's greatest natural resources. This is truly a partnership project. The state, county, and local communities are all working together, along with many other organizations and residents, toward one shared vision of connectivity. It's a clear example of what can happen when a community comes together behind a common goal. The benefits will be lasting. The Greenway will mean healthier lifestyles, stronger communities, better connections, while also protecting the Grand River Corridor. Work is already underway. Nearly 9 miles of new trails are in development, including a pedestrian tunnel under Northland Drive and new non-motorized bridges at Knapp Street and Rogue River Drive. By the end of 2026, this expansion will link the White Pine Trail to Ada Township's new network, creating new opportunities to explore West Michigan by bike or on foot. All in all, the Greenway will serve as a hub and launch point for trails that traverse Kent County, even extending to the greater Midwest, including the Kent Trails, Fred Meyer White Pine Trail State Park, North Country Trail, Muscatawa Trail, Rogue River Trail, Fred Meyer Grand Valley Rail Trail, and the Iron Bell Trail, and that's just to name a few. I tend to liken the Greenway to a GIS map in which the river serves as the base, with layers for non-motorized trails, water trails, physical fitness, celebrating local history and culture, and hosting many community gathering places. Looking further ahead, we're committed to extending the Greenway all the way to our eastern border in Lowell. It's just like the Oregon Trail. We are either going to complete it or I'm going to die of dysentery. All right, closer to home. Johnson Park is being transformed into a new hub for the Greenway. In partnership with DGRI and the West Michigan Mountain Bike Alliance, 6 miles of adaptive mountain bike trails are being developed and will open in spring of 2026. Families will also see new amenities at Johnson Park, a restroom, playground, and gathering spaces, all accessible from the Greenway. This is part of a historic $150 million investment supported by ARPA funding, local governments, grants, and philanthropy. It's the largest one-time investment in outdoor recreation and community health in West Michigan's history. The Grand River Greenway isn't just about trails. It is about healthier lifestyles, stronger communities, protecting nature, and building a connected 80-plus mile corridor from the lakeshore to Lowell that will benefit Kent County residents and visitors for generations to come. Just as trails and parks strengthen our quality of life, housing is at the very heart of a healthy, thriving community. Safe, affordable housing is the foundation for everything else, from strong families to stable neighborhoods to a vibrant workforce. That's why 2 years ago, Kent County partnered with IFF, a community development finance institution, to launch a revolving loan fund designed to incentivize affordable housing development across our county. the county invested $17.5 million in ARPA funding, which IFF matched with $40.8 million, creating a $58.3 million loan fund. I'm very happy to report that this fund has provided critical support to private and nonprofit housing developers at a time when high interest rates and inflation have made projects more difficult to finance. To date, the fund has closed on more than $36 million in loans. Those dollars have helped drive the development of more than 400 housing units and leveraged over $161 million in community investment. That's meaningful progress. Thank you. That's meaningful progress, and it shows how partnerships can make a real difference in tackling the housing shortage. But the need is growing. Demand for affordable housing continues to outpace supply, and developers need access to low-interest capital to keep projects moving. If this fund is going to continue to make an impact, it will need to grow. We need more partners and more investment in this tool so we can keep chipping away at the shortage and ensure that more residents have a safe, stable place to call home. So, before I turn the podium over to Chair Greene, we want to share a story that exemplifies how the revolving loan fund and local partnerships can reshape communities across Kent County. In this next video, you'll hear from Jon Ippel, who's also here tonight, Executive Director of Amplify GR, a community development group that's leveraging this funding tool to make a lasting impact in the Boston Square neighborhood. Thank you.
My name is Jon Ippel. I'm the Executive Director of Amplify GR. Amplify GR is working in two wonderful neighborhoods in southeast Grand Rapids, Boston Square and Madison Square, collectively part of the amazing Southtown neighborhoods. And Amplify GR really is a believer that neighborhoods and geography are great determiners of life outcomes. And so our focus as neighborhoodists is really to help work in deep partnership with residents and co-create and bring back the type of neighborhood assets that will propel more and more families for progress. And through Boston Square Together, we'll ultimately be building 270 mixed income housing units that will include family rentals, senior rentals, as well as homeownership opportunities. We're building 30,000 square feet of incubating retail spaces, a 1-acre park, and additionally a community center that will have a Corewell Health Clinic and an early learning center. And so it's through the collection of these things that we're really proud to be a partner with Kent County, which has been a critical part in advancing multiple phases of this initiative through ARPA-related funds for the community center, and then with our current phase of housing, the revolving loan fund has been an integral part of closing the gap to help build our first 57 units of mixed income housing. One of the things I love about what Kent County did with these finite dollars, we get this large infusion as a community of ARPA dollars, stimulus-related dollars, and in many instances, counties, local governments elected to invest it into their own operations, right? Which is, a pathway that they could do. What Kent County had the foresight to do is that they're making an investment. They're making an investment into our community's future, and looking at what are the things that are going to constrain our community's future growth, and certainly the availability of affordable housing is certainly one of those things. And so really this is a distinguishing feature of what the county has decided to do. But I think the thing that's even more innovative of what the county do is that this is a revolving loan fund, right? It's not granting Amplify GR dollars and those dollars are gone forevermore. But it's that these dollars are going to continue to circulate and that they will then begin to invest into future projects as well. So I think that's really a testament to the county and to the leadership and the creativity of trying to create ways to maximize these finite resources. What I love about community development work is that there is no silver bullet. That we hear, the work that Amplify GR does is we're working with ultimately 10,000 residents, 10,000 neighbors. And each one of those individuals has a different story, a unique story. And so every morning I get to wake up and I get to do wildly complicated things. But I know at the end of the day that we're working and fulfilling these families' promises. And so that's the passion that we get to be involved with.
Thank you, Mr. Ippel. That was very, very educational for many of us, and what a wonderful thing county is doing. Al Vanderberg is such a great leader, and you did such a beautiful job. Thank you. When you think of all the park stuff, all the trails, I mean, really, I had to kind of like feel like I had to start running to get up here. Then I worried about 2050, and will I be living? Project 2050. No, you did a great job. But, you know, I just felt like I had to say this because Al's family's here, his wife, the kids, the in-laws, I thought that Al is amazing that he could just get up there for 15 minutes and just spew everything out beautifully while I have a couple of these sheets. I just want to tell you guys it's all printed up here on these things. I didn't even know that. And I was going to say, Linda, this Al Vanderberg is amazing. This guy, like the memory, his eye contact with the crowd. And I've been a speaker my whole life. I mean, in third grade, I always got a detention for talking too much. I'm like, you got something to say, sister. What are you talking about? Okay. Al, you did a great job. Really. But thank you for that impactful video. Housing is more than just a roof over someone's head. It's the foundation for stability, opportunity, and a thriving community. It's so inspiring to see how creative and thoughtful the county has been in investing in ARPA funds to strengthen our community and help our neighbors build brighter futures. And Mr. Ippel, you said it beautifully. The county could have done money, could have done things with those ARPA money and just put it right back into the county stuff. No, they are helping people make this a stronger and better community. So thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Greene is the chair of the Kent County Board of Commissioners, a role he has held since being elected to the board in 2020, now serving his first term as chair. I happened to walk in with Stan Steck this evening, and I knew Stan was out, and Ben was in, Stan, you're out. But I said, Stan, have you been giving this talk at the State of the County for like 30 years? He goes, no, not quite 30. Well, Ben is on his way. Ben is the youngest person in county history to hold this position. Before joining the board, Ben built a strong track record of public service as a Plainfield Township trustee. He's also a small business owner and the president of Northland Strategies. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Chair Ben Greene to the stage. Ben.
Well, thank you, Judge. I appreciate the introduction. I think it's pretty safe to say that you're going to outlive everybody in this room, so I don't think 2050 is going to be a problem for you. Thanks, everybody, for being here. It's a real privilege to get up and speak with you. Everybody looks so nice tonight. I saw especially the gentlemen have upped their wardrobe. I saw we got Josh Lunger to put on a collared shirt underneath his jacket, which was great. Commissioner Pacla is wearing a tie, which is awesome. And Commissioner Faber's wearing his formal unstructured blazer. So I appreciate everybody doing that and getting dressed up to come and see us. We really appreciate it. In all seriousness, I'd like to give a great thanks to my fellow county commissioners. I'm really honored to serve with you guys, and I'm truly grateful for your deep commitment to our community. Thanks for entrusting me with the responsibility of serving as your board chair. It's a great honor. And it truly takes a village to run the county. And whether it's Minority Vice Chair McLeod or Commissioner Womack dialoguing with me and others about what's important to their neighborhoods, or Commissioners Hildebrand and Merchant standing up for the rural interests of their districts, the spirit of collaboration helps move us forward in meaningful ways. And I'm really grateful for each of my fellow commissioners. Thank you. Can we give them another round of applause, please? And I'd like to say thanks again to Jon Ippel and all of our partners at Amplify GR for sharing your story and for your dedication to building our community. The Amplify GR story perfectly illustrates how creative partnerships and smart investments in long-term solutions will help people and strengthen our community. I'd also like to once again thank Navy veteran John Baxter for sharing his story. Thank you, John. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize all of those who work tirelessly to keep our county safe. So I'd like to ask any current or former military service members, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, would you please rise, and please join me in thanking them for their commitment to our community. We wouldn't be here without you. Thank you. I'd also like to say thanks to Vice Chair Dan Burrell and Commissioner Katie DeBoer for their steadfast work in support of our community's veterans. Thank you, guys. This evening, I want to share a few more examples of how smart investments are strengthening Kent County, from major community development projects that shape our local economy and quality of life, to targeted initiatives that bring resources where they're needed most. This year, the Kent County Board of Commissioners voted to dedicate our new lodging excise tax revenue to two transformational publicly owned projects. First, the Baxter Amphitheater, a 12,000-seat venue rising on the downtown riverfront and set to open in May of 2026. This venue, yeah, great. I think that was former Mayor Bliss. I appreciate the applause there. This venue is estimated to attract more than 300,000 visitors to 54 concerts and cultural events each year and generate $807 million in economic impact for Kent County over 30 years. And the Amway Stadium, which is designed to bring professional soccer fans, business opportunities, and regional energy to Kent County. The stadium is set to welcome its first professional match in 2027, and it's estimated to attract more than 164,000 visitors to 73 community and sporting events each season and generate $388 million in economic impact for Kent County over 30 years. Our partners at the City of Grand Rapids are issuing the bonds for both the soccer and the amphitheater and the soccer stadium. Through our revenue sharing agreement, a portion of Kent County's lodging tax is directed to the city, and they'll use those dollars to help pay the construction bonds. This structure ensures that taxpayers are protected while new dollars, tourism, and private investment flow into our community. These public funding decisions were the product of thoughtful debate, careful fiscal planning, trusted public-private partnerships, and a recognition that the returns will benefit Kent County residents for generations. When we come together to invest in projects like these, we're not just building venues, we're bringing people together, fueling our local economy and strengthening the fabric of our community. And what makes these kinds of bold investments possible is the strong fiscal foundation we've built as a county. I'm very pleased to confirm that in 2025, Kent County once again maintained a AAA credit rating from both S&P Global and Moody's Investor Service, our 27th consecutive year. Very proud of that. The record reflects years of disciplined budgeting, careful financial management, and a strong commitment to living within our means. Al shared at this event last year that the difference between our AAA bond rating and a single A bond rating isn't just symbolic. We measure it in real dollars. For the airport projects that are ongoing, the difference was estimated to save the community between $40 and $50 million in borrowing costs. That same strong credit rating ensures that we can continue borrowing at the lowest possible rates. It means more dollars can go into bricks, mortar, and services, and fewer dollars go toward interest payments. I'd like to thank Board Finance Chair Teal, our county administrator, our fiscal services team, all for their diligent work to ensure that we are responsible stewards of taxpayer dollars. Thank you. And I'd also like to give a shout out to Commissioner Coleman, who serves as kind of our fiscal responsibility North Star on the board, is never too quick to allow us to borrow money without considering the implications. So we appreciate that, Matt. Thank you for always holding down that line for us. Thank you. That same spirit of responsibility, making sure that every dollar goes as far as it can, also guides the way we've used federal ARPA funds. By targeting those resources carefully, we've been able to strengthen neighborhoods, expand opportunity, and meet critical community needs, not by expanding government, but by unleashing the power of our people. Let me give you 3 examples of how these ARPA investments are strengthening Kent County. First is our partnership with the Hispanic Center of Western Michigan. In April, we celebrated a $1.2 million Kent County ARPA grant to expand access to capital for Latino entrepreneurs. It was part of a $2 million ARPA investment in the Hispanic Center's work to provide loans to businesses that might not qualify for traditional financing. Importantly, the Hispanic Center is offering Spanish language support in marketing, financial literacy, and technical assistance to help these businesses succeed in the long term. Loans will be administered in partnership with Community Development Financial Institutions, Opportunity Resource Fund, and Northern Initiatives. Melissa Buffner, president of the Hispanic Center, summarized what this means to the Kent County Latino community when she said, "It's quite the statement for Kent County to say we believe in the Latino community. We know the impact they have. We want them to continue to be a prosperous part of our community." That's what this project is all about, creating opportunity and ensuring that every entrepreneur has a fair chance to grow and contribute to Kent County's success. Another important investment came in June, when the Urban League of West Michigan and its partners, the Boston Square Neighborhood Association, Grand Rapids Media Initiative and Film Incubator, and Legacy and Love, announced the launch of the Capital Access Fund of West Michigan. This new community development financial institution is designed to expand access to capital for minority-owned businesses. Kent County helped make this possible with a $4 million ARPA grant used to create a $3.25 million revolving loan fund, ensuring that minority-owned businesses have the resources they need to grow and build wealth in Kent County. As Eric Brown, president and CEO of the Urban League, said when the fund launched, the Capital Access Fund of West Michigan will be a catalyst within the minority-owned business community, providing much-needed capital to spur economic growth. This is another example of how government and community partners can work side by side to deliver lasting opportunity. And earlier this month, we marked the groundbreaking of a new chapter for Rockford and its surrounding townships. With the help of $2 million in ARPA funding, the Krause Memorial Library will more than double in size, creating a modern space that serves Rockford, Algoma, Cannon, and Cortland townships. The new library will be part of an expanded municipal campus in Rockford and will include new children's and teen areas, study rooms, and community gathering spaces, ensuring that it remains a hub for learning, connection, and opportunity for generations to come. It's another example of how ARPA dollars are being invested in ways that directly strengthen neighborhoods and improve quality of life across Kent County. I'd also like to give a special shout out, I know they're not here, but to former commissioners Diane Jones and Roger Morgan for their advocacy for that project. It wouldn't have happened without them. While the library represents investment in lifelong learning and connection, another vital investment is addressing urgent behavioral health needs, the Kent County Behavioral Health Crisis Center. Commissioner Stan Stack championed the development of this first-of-its-kind facility in Michigan. Created in partnership with Network 180 and Trinity Health Grand Rapids, the facility opened last year, and Stan highlighted it at the 2024 State of the County. By the way, beforehand, somebody said, "You got really big shoes to fill." And I said, "Yeah, but I'm not going to try to fill Stan's time. That's way too long for me to try to." So we're trying to keep it moving here, guys. So we love you, Stan. The Crisis Center. The Crisis Center provides 24/7 walk-in and law enforcement drop-off services for anyone experiencing an acute behavioral health or substance use crisis. Instead of ending up in an ER or jail cell, people can receive immediate psychiatric assessment and tailored care, including up to 72 hours of stabilization. The results in the first year and a half have been remarkable. Between May 2024 and September 2025, the Crisis Center provided more than 7,500 interventions. Nearly 9 out of 10 people who met inpatient criteria were stabilized without needing hospitalization. And the inpatient readmission rate within 30 days was just 1.3%. The center has also become a critical partner to law enforcement. Since opening, 7 agencies, including GRPD, GRCC, Kentwood, Rockford, Walker, Wyoming, and the Kent County Sheriff's Office, have completed more than 460 drop-offs, all of them diversions from the emergency room. Officers report that without the crisis center, every one of those individuals would have gone to an emergency department. Today, an officer drop-off takes less than 6 minutes, allowing them to return quickly to duty. The impact on the broader system is clear. As crisis stabilization unit admissions grow each month, year-over-year inpatient admissions for behavioral health are down by nearly 300 cases. At the same time, we're seeing lower costs. The average cost per stabilization unit stay has dropped significantly, from over $6,300 in 2024 to under $4,700 in 2025. That's better, more immediate care, reduced burden on our hospitals, and savings for taxpayers. The Crisis Center shows what's possible when innovation, compassion, and partnership come together, a model that's already making Kent County healthier and safer. It's compassionate, but it's also practical. It saves taxpayer dollars, reduces the burdens on our police officers and hospitals, and keeps law enforcement where they belong, protecting our neighborhoods. Just as the Crisis Center is redefining how we respond to behavioral health emergencies, we're also rethinking how we use technology and partnerships to strengthen public safety countywide. That's the vision the Kent County Sheriff's Office had when they launched Connect Kent County earlier this year. The program is powered by a state-of-the-art real-time intelligence center housed at the Sheriff's Office. It brings together cutting-edge tools like live data monitoring, multi-jurisdictional mapping, license plate readers, and community-based video feeds to give law enforcement agencies across Kent County the ability to respond faster, work smarter, and coordinate more effectively. Here's what makes this program different. It's being built in partnership with the community. School buildings throughout Kent County are already plugging in, and you'll hear more about that in just a minute. And in the months ahead, the Sheriff's Office will announce how local businesses, institutions, and residents can volunteer to link their existing security cameras. This partnership model is what makes Connect Kent County so powerful. By linking schools, businesses, civic partners, and residents with law enforcement agencies throughout the county, we're creating a real-time, county-wide network of coordination. It means faster response times, better situational awareness for first responders, and stronger collaboration when it matters most. At its core, Connect Kent County leverages technology, collaboration, and community engagement to maximize reach, capabilities, decision-making, efficiency, and effectiveness of public safety services countywide. With Connect Kent County and the Real-Time Intelligence Center, we're innovating and collaborating to define the future of public safety. At a time when others are considering weakening law enforcement, Kent County is strengthening it, giving our deputies and officers the tools to stay a step ahead of crime and keep families safe. We use the same winning formula with the School Safety Radio Network, a first of its kind in Michigan. The system will connect every K-12 school in our county directly to dispatch and law enforcement. Let's take a look.
Dr. Steve Matthews, Superintendent of the Rockford Public Schools. Been superintendent here in Rockford for, this is my 4th year. Been a superintendent in the state of Michigan for 18 years. You know, we have 2 Kent County Sheriff Resource Officers in our district. One's over at the high school, one's at East Rockford Middle School. And I see them on a regular basis, saying hello to kids, talking to kids, developing those relationships, helping kids understand that we're a partnership, you know, that the Sheriff's Office and the school district have adults who care deeply about them and want relationships with them, people who will help them, people who will be there to support them, people who will, in times of trauma, be there. You know, it's kind of an emotional thing in the sense that you want to make a difference in the world. You want to have a sense that what you do is important. And, you know, you get to be around kids, you get to see adults who care deeply about kids. And so, you know, being a superintendent's good work. Part of our responsibility is to build a system to support kids. And part of that system is ensuring that we can get the right people in the right place at the right time. And our partnership with the Kent County Sheriff's Office has created an opportunity for us to have radio dispatches in all of our offices in a prominent location, so that if something catastrophic were to happen, we'd get put to the front of the line.
My name is Deputy Steve Toonstra. I'm the school resource officer over at Kent ISD. I work for the Kent County Sheriff's Office. One of the greatest benefits of the school radios is the fact that when there's a critical incident, time is absolutely of the essence. Seconds matter, and we need that direct communication, and with that push of a button, that is just sending that call immediately to our dispatch. There can be problems with the traditional 911 phone call, with the dispatch centers getting overwhelmed, with calls getting dropped. Maybe the phone call goes through and they're not able to put out the correct information because the stress level is so high. This just makes that process streamlined, almost without fault. Once they hit that button, their road patrol is going to be sent, along with the school resource officer who's obviously responding to the threat on scene. So another advantage of the school radios is when there's a critical incident or something major going on within the area outside of the school, dispatch can send a message that broadcasts to the school admin or wherever the radio's positioned at, to give them information that there's police activity in the area, go into their safety protocols, whatever that may be, and they can specify the area of where they want that information to go to. So it's not every school in the county, but just the ones within the perimeter of where the incident is occurring.
You know, it works amazingly well. There's one sitting right outside my office, my assistant's desk. If something catastrophic were to happen, all we do is hit a button, and we're connected right away to a dispatch person who asks what's going on, and they immediately start marshaling the resources to get to that location. And so this summer we were doing some construction work at one of our buildings, and a painter had to move the radio to get to where they wanted to go, and they accidentally hit the button. And I get into the office and they say, they accidentally hit the button over at this building, and they're sending all the people to help us. We need to tell somebody that it's not an emergency. And when I got there, our chief of police from Rockford was already there, and somebody from the sheriff's department was on their way, and I told him, this is an accident. He said, I know, I figured that out, so I'm calling people to tell them to stand down. But to me, it was so comforting to know that it works like it's supposed to. From a school district perspective, we want our schools to be inviting places. It's because we understand our responsibility. It's to ensure that parents have confidence that when they send their kids to our schools, that we have paid attention to the little details that make schools safe. The county is full of people who care deeply about their citizens, from the parks and the pathways to the sheriff's office, to the programs that the county offers, to their ability to work on roads. I mean, it all works together to create an atmosphere where you feel like it's a place you can call home.
So before we close, let's stop for a minute and recognize the importance of what we just saw in the video. The system was a priority project for the Sheriff's Office and in Kent County's ARPA funding plan, because it has the capability of connecting every K-12 school throughout the county directly to our dispatch center. That's the kind of tool that can save lives. I want to thank Dr. Steve Matthews, Superintendent of Rockford Public Schools, and School Resource Officer Steve Toonstra from the Sheriff's Office for sharing their perspectives in the video. They brought to life what this system means for educators and law enforcement, and how it will make our schools safer for our students and staff. Dr. Matthews is with us this evening. Would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you, Dr. Matthews, and go Rams. And again, thank you to Sheriff Michelle LaJoy Young, Under Sheriff Brian Muir, and the leadership team at the Kent County Sheriff's Office. I know a lot of you are here tonight, for your ongoing work to keep our families, neighborhoods, homes, and businesses safe. We appreciate you. As we close tonight, I want to leave you with this. I believe deeply in this community that raised me. Kent County is where hard work still matters, where families still look out for each other, and where faith in the future runs strong. There's nothing ahead of us that we cannot meet if we meet it together. And I believe strongly that our best days are in front of us, just waiting for us to build them. And with the strength of our people, the values that ground us, and the grit that defines West Michigan, I know Kent County's future will shine even brighter than its past. Thank you very much.
Thank you all for attending tonight. It's been a great time, and yet, wait, there's more. We'd like to invite you to the Afterglow reception, which will follow right through the doors, and look forward to continued conversation. Thank you very much.